What up? It's your boy T with a reaction to today's Wrestling Wednesday. But I get to some Pllana videos as well too though. It's not gonna do it all in one. We'll do three back to back as well too. One is about how wrestlers are put. Two of them about wrestling push, and one is kind of how wrestling, the current state of wrestling with the top shit with as well too. So first one we're gonna check out is 10 overpush wrestlers right now, and if the person on the third out is in there, I am going to have a rant about that. And if you don't want to hear a rant, you can fast forward or whatever, or stop the video at the part when the rant happens. Other than that, let's see who are considered the 10 overpush wrestler by way of Pllana currently. Let's get it.
These are the 10 most overpushed wrestlers. 2025 has basically become the year of Jey Uso, and I don't think many fans asked for that. WWE has handed him moment after moment.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm not against Jey getting pushed at all. It's one of the old push I'm not against. The glasses is at the bottom because it's one of the old push I'm not against. I'm here for Jey in his face run, his push he's getting no matter what.
Opposite of what they wanted. Let's just run through the disasters. First, you've got the Royal Rumble win. Jey eliminating John Cena was the beginning of the rejection. The YouTube numbers do not lie. You've got 29,000 likes and 50,000 dislikes. It is clear that we all wanted John Cena to win that Rumble. We would have also been fine with CM Punk, but at the end of the day, we did not want Jey Uso. But it only got worse from there. At WrestleMania, Jey actually beat Gunther to win the world title, and that video exploded with negativity. It got 45,000 likes and 114,000 dislikes. Most people were not happy about Gunther losing the belt to him, and WWE realized that because that reign ended just
sucks. It's like that though. It felt like that too.
After a few months. Then WWE doubled down again recently, and Jey won a battle royal to face CM Punk for the world title, and that video got 93,000 dislikes. This overpush is getting tiring. The audience loves the Yeet entrance, but they don't connect too much with his character anymore because he really doesn't have one. He went from emotional layered storytelling in the bloodline to a walking catchphrase. If WWE really wants to save Jey Uso, they need to turn him heel because
here we go with the damn. Here we go. Here turns gotta be the answer. You know how much I dislike that at all. You know how much, Pllana's a big advocate of that. That's the one thing that turns me off with Pllana sometimes as well too. Remember, his first video was Why Babyface version I ever came across him was the Why Babyface was born video. You know, that video I never was fond of that video ever at all as well too, but so here, he always pushed for somebody must go heel. I mean, he's definitely under the people I call heel fiends as well too. He's definitely one of them for sure. Other than that, let's keep going with this. Oh boy.
With a completely fresh start. Next up is Triple H's other favorite toy, and that is the current Golden Boy, QB1, and
so you really trying to you're going to contribute to the Cody hate, Pllana, really? Already not been, alright. I thought many people I will agree with, but, oh god, he's contributed to that shit. He really contributed to the Cody, oh lord, he really contributed though. Oh my god. Anyway, he really contributed to Cody hate. I can't believe you. After how much you wanted him to win, you contribute to this really. Oh god. Let's keep going.
WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. Now, don't get me wrong, we need to admit that Cody is insanely talented. He connects with the crowd, and he's one of the top stars in the business.
Alright, at least you redeem yourself a little bit just with that, but let's see what the butt is.
Right now, but that doesn't.
I say butt because I want to say butt and carry it over in the position he hit right there.
Change the fact that WWE has been over pushing this man to the moon. Even before he came back to WWE, we saw it happen in All Elite Wrestling. Cody was booked like an unstoppable hero of his own universe, and the fans eventually turned on him. It got so bad that he refused to go heel. The crowd hijacked his segments, and it's one of the reasons why he left the company. Fast forward to WWE, and they're basically doing the same thing with him. The second,
At least this time, crowds ain't booing him. There's some who are booing him here and there, but not like how it was at AEW though. You know, but then again, AEW is like any minded fans as well too. There, that's another thing, but that's the difference.
that he came back, he buried Seth Rollins even while wrestling with a torn pec, which was impressive, but it also sent a very clear message. Cody is unstoppable. Since then, WWE has strapped a rocket to his back. He won the Royal Rumble twice, became King of the Ring, ended Roman's historic title reign, and pinned John Cena, and basically wins almost every match. Now, to Cody's credit, most fans still do love him for now.
Thank God.
The internet is slowly starting to complain about him, and we've seen.
And that's just, and the thing about it is the internet fan. At this point, you can't. That's a cool pause moment right there. The internet fan, it's like they're now. They always say that IWC and Jiro are never satisfied, no matter what. Even if you must, because you know he's gonna say it. Do what they need to do about him being Cody Lander. They gonna still find something to play about. Just saying.
How quickly a crowd can turn when a babyface feels too invincible. The WWE is playing a dangerous game here because if they don't balance this out eventually, Cody might get the same treatment that he got in AEW, and once the audience decides that you're overpushed, it is tough to overcome that. You can't make an overpushed list without talking about Jinder Mahal.
Now we get somewhere. You already know how I feel about this. Nothing but a damn marketing championship run. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't care what they say. That was definitely a marketing point title run. No matter how much you push it, unless you were a heel fan or a Punjabi wrestling fan that felt like this was what we needed. It was for you Punjabi fans. Nothing against Punjabi fans. Shout out to the Indian folks who love wrestling. But this was literally what this was. A marketing championship run for those fans as well, too. And the only people that loved it was those and the heel fans who were just who love heat. The folks always talk about the people that just love the wrestling just for the heat. Nothing more, nothing less. Those. Because nobody in right mind really liked this damn championship run. Let's be honest. Nobody right now like this championship run. This was literally a marketing championship run. And I can really tell you about, prove that, because right after he went, remember, like I said, always brings like, remember when they used to introduce the different commentary teams of different country and culture, as well to language, as well. They had the Spanish one, the French one. They have the Mandarin Asian one. But soon as Jinder Mahal won, they also included an Indian commentary team. Yeah. Marketing. And a little bit after that, they had nothing against what they were doing with it though. A dirty Indian for a while. Remember they had the little Indian mashup, and then that went nowhere afterwards. Yeah. Marketing championship run, nothing more.
For the majority of his career, Jinder was a jobber. His main role
and not to mention, out of nowhere. It happened out of nowhere. And
other talent over.
Exactly.
Left, got absolutely shredded, and Vince McMahon fell in love.
Of course.
Within weeks, Jinder beat Randy Orton to win the WWE Championship. It was one of the most forced, out-of-nowhere pushes of the modern-day era.
Facts.
And fans never bought into it. There was no organic rise. He didn't have a meaningful character shift, and there was definitely no momentum on his side. It was just a random push for no real reason other than the fact that he had an amazing body transformation.
That's all it was.
That reign only lasted 2 months.
All it was that, and marketing for India.
corrected itself.
Thank you.
Jinder dropped the title. He slid back down the card, and that was
Exactly.
that. To this day,
Exactly.
it stands out as one of the clearest examples of WWE trying to manufacture a top star out of nowhere. Jinder was fine, but there was never a single point in time when the fans believed that he should be the WWE champion.
Exactly.
Another wrestler who was treated like a main event star for absolutely no reason is Jack Swagger. To this day,
Here's the thing. It's just Jack Swagger was cool. It's just he wasn't top championship material. Let's be honest. He did his thing, but he wasn't top tier material. He was mid card at best. Nothing against the man, though. He was mid card at best.
I still don't understand how he won the Money in the Bank briefcase and then went on to hold multiple world championships. There was no real demand for him. Nobody cared for it. Swagger wasn't booed. He wasn't cheered. He was basically met with just pure silence. And silence is probably worse than go away heat.
Yeah, it's worse. There's a thing. Cheer or boos. Cheer is always good. Boos, some are they're against you, but it's noise. But yeah, it's better to get either or than to not get any reaction at all. I mean, boos are the cheers of are cheers to heels. Are literally cheers to heel because they hate them, but they're loving to hate them. That's it. They're doing what we're doing what we're supposed to. Boos, well, most of us are, or let's put it, half of us are. There's folks who are so rebel. It's not even funny because the alignment thing is blurred. But anyway, that's another story. Let's keep going.
It means that the audience couldn't care less. What's even
And by the way, this and the Jinder is not my rant, or the Corey was my rant because I was surprised about that.
baffling is that WWE tried it twice. His first world title run was a flop, and instead of learning from that, they tried again and it failed. It always felt like WWE wanted to recreate Kurt Angle, but they failed to realize that he did not have
nothing
any charisma
weird
or
near Kurt
personality.
Angle.
Even years later, he came back to
Even though he's a face, I did love his face run against Rusev, and like
the WWE in 2016, and he cut a promo, and this was the crowd's reaction.
I'm gonna be a big problem.
funny about this is one of the videos I'm about to react to if I have time for that. Oh Lord.
As you can see, the crowd
I hate to quote somebody that was a heel time, but Roman Reigns. See, no pop.
didn't want any more of Jack Swagger. Thankfully, they realized and did not push him a third time. Nepotism runs wild in WWE, and Charlotte Flair
Woo!
is the most
We about to fight. We talk about Ava. Hold on. I'm about to say Ava's doing things as GM, but yup, I ain't gonna lie. You know she's face now, but she's one of the ones like if she turn heel, I'm okay with booing her. I mean, but yup.
obvious example.
It's like she's one of the ones like if she turn face. I guess I guess I'll be fair. I gotta be fair and cheer for her. But if she heel, I don't mind booing her hell of her.
I want to be very clear. I think Charlotte is phenomenal in that ring. You can easily make the argument and say that she's one of the best women wrestlers of all time. But talent aside, there's no denying that WWE has overpushed her. She's held 18 championships.
Yeah, it's like she's like the comfort. She's like the comfort pillow, the band-aid for when needed as well too. Like that's what irks me as well too.
And 14 of those are world titles. Every time she takes a break, she comes back straight into the main event scene.
Exactly.
Like she never left.
Yeah.
After years of the same formula, the audience eventually got sick of it. The boos got louder, the reactions got worse, and WWE had to rewrite multiple storylines because the crowds were outright rejecting her. Charlotte's biggest problem isn't her ability because, like I said, she's one of the best in the ring.
She's good.
Fans absolutely respect her skill, but they're tired of seeing her win the same title in the same way every single time. The only thing that started to cool down the backlash is her brief tag team run with Alexa Bliss, which gave her something different to do.
It did.
She's an all-time great, but even greatness can get stale when it's shoved down your throat every year. The only other woman making this list is Mercedes.
Here we go. Alright, now this is the rant going to happen. If you don't want to hear rap, then you can fast forward it. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this. I got respect for Mercedes and what she's doing and everything in wrestling. But at the same time, this belt collecting thing is getting ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's getting ridiculous. At this point, I'm like, when she went title, water's wet at this point. Because one, it's already getting oversaturated in my opinion. Then number two, you have fans who are defending that shit. That's what pissed me off more. It's fans who are finishing. And no, what pissed me off more, they're making it seem like people are disliking it because it's a race thing. It's not a race thing. And they're using a race thing for it. That when you dislike the whole thing about race being used in wrestling talk at all is at this point, I'm tired of it. Because you got folks who want to use it against other wrestlers for not rooting for somebody as well too, where clearly we're not rooting for the person because of the alignment system for one. There's people who still take heed to, like myself, take heed to the alignment system and goes by cheering the baby faces and booing the heel. There's people who probably still do the reversal. Either way. There's folks like I have folks come at me for not rooting for Naomi because she's a heel at the time and trying to call me heelish for that. As some dickhead in one of the chats, man, about to do the same damn thing about Jade because I said that I will put that. It was a post all the AEW folks, former AEW folks in our champion. I loved it, but I was like, but as me, I don't roll with heels. I ain't want to put a cover. There was this one dickhead gonna say, "Oh, your ill hotel gonna be epic and all this," and then you're not rooting for Black. It's just as heel at her heel. Like, I was ready to say, you know what? Fuck that guy for that. And fuck anybody that think that. I mean, I hate to say that because they might use that. Oh, you sounding heelish right now. No, I'm not. I'm tired of that being somebody I won't root for somebody because the Black is being heelish as well too. It's not. Here's the thing. It's a thing about me. I would never use race as a reason to not root for somebody. That's one. Let's clear that air right there. I would never use that reason to not root for somebody at all. So let's get that out the way, and as well too. It's not. So let's get that away. Even though I was a white guy, I would not use that. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb when people that are using it. Because I mean there are people who are against Mercedes doing it because of race as well too. But at the same time, it's not always race issues. This thing is getting ridiculous. And then, like I said, fans make it worse by one defending it, and because of race thing, and then being petty about it, saying, "I hope she keep doing it to piss fans off." And they're doing it because of there's certain folks who are pissed by it because of race. They're doing it because of that. Not thinking about folks who want to see the end game of this. This is the main thing. What is the end game of this as well too? And folks defending is like, oh, this is a good opportunity that people are that the company. I get that. Maybe it's business wise, but you know me. I did kind of say the business thing about PG era. I don't care about the business part. I'm here about the fandom part as well too. The business, while business is booming, it can turn things in fans well too though. I don't care if folks think I'm talking out my ass or anything at this point. So at this point, with this, to play safe, I'm gonna say every time she wins, water's wet. I'm not gonna be. It's gonna be more shocking if she lose than win at this point because. Here's the thing. Nothing against Mercedes when they shot. I'm glad she's doing something great after her exit from WWE and everything as well too. In a way, the Spire being the hill, but at the same time, this belt collecting thing is getting ridiculous. And folks want to say, "Oh, here's the thing. We had a problem with Kenny Omega did it. We had a problem with other wrestlers did as well too. I didn't see what Ultimate Dragon did it, but I heard that he did it in one instance. So his not as bad as what they doing with Mercedes. So that being said." And 9 times 10, the belt collecting is a heel character, is done with heel characters, also being the only one. So that being said, folks going to have a problem with it as well too. It's not because of race. It's not because of Mercedes Black is why people have a problem with it. It's not because she's a woman people has problems with it. It's because it's getting ridiculous without no end game. Maybe you may see the end game. Good for you. Good fucking for you. Good for you. All right, I get it. You may see the end game. This person might see the end game. Good for you. But let's be clear. To the most of us, we're not seeing no end game right here. That's the problem. It doesn't look like an end game as well, too. To us. To certain people, all right? We could be... Call us blind. We don't... Call us blind, whatever. I don't give a shit. All right? We're not seeing an end game to this. So, is there an end game? You can comment on the end game of this as well, too. I'd rather see it to believe it. at this point. So then again, this is nothing against Mercedes Renato at all. This is nothing against her, all right? But it is getting ridiculous. So let's see what Pllana say about this.
Money. We're not even going to include her WWE run because honestly, I think she was pushed pretty fairly there.
Yeah,
The
her run,
started
her
after
run in WWE was good. Now, I mean, there's people who didn't like it, but her run in WWE was really good. But here we go.
left WWE. Sasha Banks believed that she deserved a lot more, so she left WWE and reinvented herself as Mercedes.
And this is the thing right this. And for a while, I'm like, okay, she's showing what she was capable of for a minute. But after a while, it's got ridiculous. It's got excessive. After a while, it's like, where are we going with this? It started to look pointless. That's the only issue. It's like it's nothing get hurt. It's just the belt collecting started to look pointless. I don't even think King Omega collected that many belts in his belt collecting run as well either. Be honest. And what sucks that the last one, because some folks wanted, the girl wanted to be dressed. I get that too. Yeah, shout out to the lady for that as well too. But at the same time, in my opinion, the lady was like the first Muslim or anything, and that kind of sucked that she had to be part of that as well too. I mean, I guess she wanted to work with Sasha because she was the reason she wanted to wrestle, but she shouldn't have to lose the title to her though, in my opinion.
Money and
it was a historical title. It was historical how she won the title too. So it should have been went to be part of the belt collecting of Sasha.
How she became the real version of that Triple H meme.
Yeah.
Picture with 6 belts all at once, and now she's won 4 more, calling herself 10 belts money. Look, she's great and talented, just like Charlotte. She's one of the best.
She's
in the
talented,
world, but even this is too much.
Exactly.
Even reports saying that she's got some creative control. You can see why wrestlers should not have that kind of power. Mercedes is basically out here over pushing herself.
Exactly.
Every company she steps into, she immediately becomes the champion, and it's gotten to the point where it's not even impressive anymore.
Exactly. Thank you. Finally, a moment that me and Pllana was here. It's starting to look pointless. It's like, okay, we get it now. Fuck WWE. To you, fuck WWE for holding you back. We get it now. But at this point, where are we going with this? Where are we going? Like, where's the end game? It's getting greedy now. Like, come on. I mean, I'm not hating. It's just getting greedy. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing about folks are using like, oh, you ain't dislike because she's a heel, or folks dislike because she's black, or dislike because she's a woman. No, it's just pure greediness at this. It's looking like it may not be to her or the folks who are defending the hell of it, but to the folks who are start looking at it, it's looking like pure greed and no end game at this point. Granted, you got friends in the business, or you're into the business and you see the business part about this. Good for you. But at the same time, you gotta respect the fact that folks are not buying into it. All right. And like I said, at this point, we're not surprised if she takes the title from Chris Statlander. As was point. The more shocking part is she loses to Chris Statlander, which I hope she does. But that'd be the most shocking part. And right now, it's like Mercedes won the belt. War is way. Mercedes won the belt. Okay. What's for lunch at this point? What's for dinner? Because it's like, who cares at this point? Who cares at this point? It's like that. I'm sorry. Who cares at this point? Because it's like, here's the thing. You can, it's people defending the hell out of it. Like we're wrong for feeling that way. That's the part. Makes this even worse about this. This is like bad as the Roman Reigns Hill Tribal Chief run. People were defending the hell out of it like crazy against folks who didn't like it. When he started getting the 1,000, trying to break the records or anything, like, it's stat padding. Like, after a while, stat padding gets a little boring. It gets stale to fans as well, too. It was like, enough is enough. Less can we move on from this, all right? We get it. You're trying to make a record. Can't move on from this. It's like, at this point, only people that's liking it are folks who feel that she's doing it for a race, in my opinion, like you're using that as a crush at this point. Because I guess I feel about wrestling black folks. I get it. She's using it as a crush, or women, you use it as a crush. But the main one who's legitimately liking this are folks who want it for heat, nothing more, nothing less. Know what I mean? They don't care about anything else but seeing for heat, seeing fans pissed off, and anything. That's the agenda at this point. But let's go.
I'm a big believer in the man makes the belt philosophy, and I'd rather focus on one great title run than trying to collect
Exactly.
titles like your Thanos.
Yes, it's called the term quality over quantity. Quality over quantity means thing. Quantity over quality is never good, and that's what it look like right there.
Speaking of over pushing yourself, let's talk about the king of that, and that's
Ooh,
Triple H.
yeah.
Once he started dating Stephanie McMahon, it was pretty much
Ooh,
game over.
he took it back on this one. He took it back. Here's the thing. I remember the PG. I said PG era babyface run of him was the best run, and this is one compared to other runs like this. But this run, he pissed. He did his job pissing folks off. Aside from that, it was a little over. It was just a little over pushed, but the biggest one is definitely that Reign of Terror. Oh yeah.
For everyone else in WWE, the moment that relationship began, his career went from being a top guy
True.
to the final boss of the company. Just look at his early 2000s run.
Oh,
from
yeah.
2002 through 2004,
Ooh.
he basically owned the World Heavyweight Championship, and people literally call it...
And the worst part about, the difference with the WWE Championship he had run, it wasn't bad because he actually fought for it. This one, it was given to him.
the Reign of Terror, because it was a never-ending nightmare of burying so much talent. The list of victims is long. You've got Booker T, RVD, Kane, and
Booker T and Kane, that version of Kane was the worst of it to me. Booker T, this is where base do matter right here. And that promo, but Kane, oh yeah, this was literally, in my opinion, one of the best versions of Kane right there. Kane, personality. Kane in his most best fit ever. Kane in his most best wrestling ever. And not to mention that god awful Kenny Vick bullshit. That's why those two is the worst of it. Third, I guess if I can pick a third, definitely RVD, because he reason why it's third because he eventually did win it, but at the same time, who else he said other than RVD? And Goldberg, he eventually gets it though, so that's why I'm not too mad about the Goldberg one. But anyway, let's keep going.
these were all guys who should have had. So it was a never-ending nightmare of burying so much talent. The list of victims is long. You've got Booker T, RVD, Kane, and Goldberg.
Goldberg.
These were all
Yeah,
guys
out of those,
who should have had huge moments, but
it was
got
the
back
worst.
to the game instead. And look, Triple H is an all-time great, but during that era, he had a stranglehold on WWE. If you were getting hot, he'd find a way to make sure that your momentum ended with a pedigree. It wasn't best for business. It was only best for himself. While John Cena is universally loved by the WWE Universe today, there's a long stretch of time when fans could not stand him. Vince McMahon failed to realize that while John Cena was popular, the people...
Yeah, I'm not surprised he's got it, because after I saw the Triple H, I had a feeling that he's going to be next to this list somehow.
Did not want to see him win every single time. He was shoved down everyone's
This one I'm not
point.
This is another overpush I'm not mad at. As this is one another push I'm not gonna be mad at as well too. It's like I said, the first two I'm not mad. I'm surprised Cody was in that though. I'm a little disappointed in you, Pllana, for that one. But from this to the Triple H, totally agree. Even with Charlotte
calling him Super Cena, it didn't matter what the odds were. He could have taken 2 finishers, a chair shot, a table bump, and Cena was still gonna kick out at 2. During his peak, beating John Cena was like trying to pin a superhero who refused to lose. The fans grew sick of it, and the boos got louder. The chants got nastier, like we saw at One Night Stand, and the crowd literally split in half. Every week, you'd hear "Let's Go Cena," followed immediately by "Cena sucks," and it became a part of his identity. The sad part is a lot of fans did not appreciate what they had until he was gone. Vince could have cooled him off or reinvented him years earlier, but he just kept pushing him as the same unbeatable guy. By the time people finally started giving Johnson his flowers, it was already the end of his full-time run. You would think after the Johnson experiment, Vince would have learned his lesson, right? Nope, because then came Roman Reigns.
I knew it. When he said that, like, it's Roman. Fuck. And they all probably supposed to talk more about the face run than the heel run. You know, I'm probably the very low who loved the face run.
Overpushed him even worse than John Cena. Roman had less charisma and personality than John Cena, and the fan base absolutely refused to accept him as the...
That, I never forgive the fans for that, and I feel like they was the reason why we got that second Rand Terror, pun intended, when he was a heel. That and the booking as well, too.
Guy. From 2014 through 2019, WWE tried everything, but nothing worked. The harder they pushed him, the louder the boos got. The night after he defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania might be the most hostile reaction a babyface has ever received. It was an entire arena booing him for 10 minutes straight, while Roman just stood there silently. It wasn't until years later, when Roman reinvented himself as the tribal chief, that he finally became the superstar Vince always wanted him to be. If only they had pulled that trigger sooner. Instead, what we got was one of the longest, most painful attempts to manufacture a hero that the fans never asked for. Roman's first run will forever be remembered as WWE's worst failed experiment in trying to force a top guy down our throats.
And then we got this run right here, and it was like a big apology to Roman for fucking up the booking, and a big punishment to fans for the fans who booed him during his face runs as well too. We're gonna say that because I feel like a lot of people say that the Trade Terror was deserved. Some people was okay with it. Rand Terror. They feel like it was deserved after Triple H got punished for the curtain call and all that shit. Whatever, as well too though. Thank God he's now the beloved face he is now that Vince failed to make as well too. And I'm glad he's on the good side of this war game as well too. Because I was skeptical that the little I don't see the Christmas thing, and I thought he was gonna go back to his old ways as this, but thank God it's not the case. Hopefully that still ain't the case as well too. But let's keep going.
And at number one, there's really no
of course. If you're gonna have John Cena and Roman Reigns, you gotta have the immortal one. It was not so immortal anymore. As well of them all, Hulk Hogan, of course.
He's the most overpushed wrestler of all time. Now, to be fair, Hogan was absolutely essential for WWE in the 80s. Without him, the company probably would not have become the empire it is today.
Here's the thing. Despite the controversy and all of that, including the racial controversy and all of that, Hulk Hogan was wrestling. Let's be it. WWE would not be where it's at without Hogan. Let's be honest.
He was the face of wrestling. But when we talk about being overpushed, nobody did it quite
like we ain't gonna lie, he was overpushed if you think about it. And if it's not evidence in anything, the biggest evidence was of them all was WrestleMania 9. If I think that's one, yes, the one he was outdoors. Yeah, that's to be the one that is well known that he was overpushed.
Like the Hulkster. Hogan refused to lose to almost anyone. He didn't want to put over Bret Hart, which led to that weird WrestleMania ending where the entire storyline got thrown out the window just to get Hogan. Another feel-good moment. Then he took that same ego to WCW where they gave him creative control and he basically destroyed the company from the inside. He abruptly left WWE in the early 2000s when he didn't get a bigger contract. Then he came back later, refused to put over Shawn Michaels, and then beat Randy Orton in his final WWE match. And if that wasn't enough, he went to TNA and did the exact same thing that he did in WCW.
That's the one I really was like, oh shit. Yeah, he really turned TNA out though, for real. That's why I always loved that promo from Bobby Roode when the fortune when it gets Immortal. Yeah, I love it.
Hogan wasn't just overpushed, he defined the word. In fact, if a wrestler today gets overbooked, the fans will literally call them blank Hogan, like Becky Hogan. That tells you everything you need to be the most overpushed guy of all. all time. Anyway,
Yup, there you have it though. So yeah, other than that, do y'all agree with some of the overpushes, even the ones I don't agree with, like this, or I don't agree or don't care, didn't think about it like that, like the Jay Uso, Cody, and then John Cena one? Comment down below. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like share. I'm low key about to check the comments out for that one real quick. Let me just take a look. Let's see. Somebody say Jay's comes on 2015. Yeah, somebody say Jay's comes 2015 Roman Reigns. Really was hit by a buzz, a fire truck. It kicked out too. That's funny. And nothing. It means nothing when the titles themselves don't have any prestige. They do when other wrestlers can be holding them. Yeah. Here's the thing. So yeah, we got somebody defending that shit. The lady, the Mercedes Renee situation as well too. Yeah. Other than that though, again, there's some people there's some people should be more in there as well too. But again, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel though as well too though. Like I said, if you don't want to hear my rant about the Mercedes one, you can fast forward it. But other than that, it's your boy T signing off. One love.